First on Fox this evening, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler is calling for a thorough investigation, and this is after some text messages between a Portland police lieutenant and the leader of the group Patriot Prayer were all detailed in a Willamette Week report. Well, that group, you may know, has been visible in many rallies in the Portland metro area over the past few years. Tonight, the mayor called those text messages disturbing. Fox 12's Sarah Hurwitz joins us now with a look at those conversations. Sarah?
Well, good evening, Liz. You know, Fox 12 obtained its own copy right here of those text messages in question. They date back to May of 2017 and show exchanges between Lieutenant Jeffrey Nia and Joey Gibson. The mayor tonight citing concerns that the texts cross boundaries and raise questions about whether warrants are being enforced. The texts that Fox 12 obtained start in 2017, leading up to what Joey Gibson says was his first major protest in Portland that summer. In one text, Portland Police Lieutenant Jeff Nia appears to give Patriot Prayer leader Joey Gibson tactical information during a rally in June 2017, saying, "Now's a great time to break down the rally and be able to leave. We have a large group of Antifa trying to flank us and you. We are stopping them for now, but not sure how long." The next day, Lieutenant Nia thanks Gibson in this text, saying, "Well, Joey, I'm sure your phone is blowing up, but I wanted to say thank you for cooperating with me through this. I appreciate it." Joey replies, "My pleasure. Thanks for everything you guys do." In September 2017, Lieutenant Nia and Gibson text logistics about a potential presence in Vancouver. Gibson tells Lieutenant Nia to keep Patriot Prayer's plans under wraps. "Just make sure they know not to tell people. If it gets out, I will be pretty frustrated." Lieutenant Nia replies, "Okay, I understand. I'll keep it tight as I can. I want you to know you can trust me. Don't want to burn that." In December 2017, Lieutenant Nia gives Gibson a heads up about a member in his group referred to as Tiny. "BTW, make sure Tiny has his court stuff taken care of. I was told on the radio at the Jameson Square event he had a warrant. I told them we would not be arresting Tiny right now, so please be sure he's good to go before coming down." Gibson's response later on in that conversation, "Whoever Tiny is talking to at the courts, they said they would take care of it Monday." Lieutenant Nia, "Okay, just make sure he doesn't do anything which may draw our attention. If he still has the warrant in the system, I don't run you guys, so I don't personally know. The officers could arrest him. I don't see a need to arrest on the warrant unless there is a reason." Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler releasing a statement Thursday saying community members have long expressed concerns about police bias during demonstrations. Incidents like this contribute to the distrust that so many people have about the Portland Police Bureau, and this creates a mandate for specific training to identify and combat white supremacy. It is imperative for law enforcement to remain objective and professional, and in my opinion, these text messages appear to cross several boundaries. They also raise questions about whether warrants are being enforced consistently and what information is being shared with individuals who may be subject to arrest. Moreover, the texts appear to unnecessarily encourage Joey Gibson, the leader of a group that perpetuates hate speech and violence. Demonstrations like he has led have caused significant disruption and increased fear in our community. I have directed Chief Outlaw to do a thorough investigation of this matter and report back to me expeditiously. Now, we have reached out to Portland Police for comment regarding these text messages and have not yet heard back. Reporting live in studio tonight, Sarah Hurwitz, Fox 12 Oregon.
We also reached out to Patriot Prayer leader Joey Gibson tonight to get his response to these text messages. He says he's not embarrassed nor concerned about them because he thinks it's good that leaders from activist groups and police have good, strong communication with each other.
I just think that having respect for one another, like the text messages between me and the sergeant, I think that's a good thing, and I think we need more of that. And I think people should really, think about why they're so upset that there was respect between a leader of an activist group and a leader in the police station that have to meet each other on the streets all the time.
Now, as for the part of Mayor Ted Wheeler's statement, quote, "The texts appear to unnecessarily encourage Joey Gibson, the leader of a group that perpetuates hate speech and violence." Well, Gibson responded,
"I think that Ted Wheeler needs to put forward any video evidence of my hate speech so he can collect $2,000. It's a banner that we have up. There's deep-seated hatred in the city of Portland and they're trying to distract with the so-called white supremacy. Why do you think they say, when everything I do and say is against hatred, is against white supremacy, is against racism, all that, everything I do and say is against that, but that's all they can say over and over and over again. If there's white supremacists, show me, let's talk about it, let's have a conversation, but you can't just throw that around.
Now, a lot of people are responding, including Portland City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, who released this statement this evening, saying in part, "I am not shocked and I am not surprised at today's reporting of Lieutenant Jeff Nia's collaboration with Patriot Prayer leader Joey Gibson over text to provide aid and support for their hate marches. This story simply confirms what many in the community have already known. There are members of the Portland Police Force who work in collusion with right-wing extremists." Adding, "I look forward to supporting actions of accountability. I ask that the mayor and police chief outlaw take swift action, and I will also be here to demand justice if that call is not met." And the Council on American Islamic Relations, also known as CAIR-Oregon, also responding to the text tonight. The organization says in part the texts are, quote, "just the latest news showing an inappropriate and disproportionate response to alt-right groups from PPB." Their statement goes on to say the mayor and city leadership have made their position clear, but given the central role PPB must play in deterring political violence, our communities need to hear from Chief Outlaw directly on whether she aligns with city leadership on this issue and her department rejects hate and bigotry.